Hey, what's up fam? So I'm back again with another video. Today I'll be making another vegan meal. It'll be vegan style Caribbean jerk wings, steamed zucchini, and wild rice. So this should be definitely fun and I'm ready to jump right on into it and get the cooking. Cauliflower, flour, wild rice, zucchini, vegetable broth, lemon, jerk seasoning, onion powder, basil, parsley, avocado oil, black pepper, sea salt, and complete seasoning. Alright, so we're getting started. So what I went ahead and did was I put 2.5 cups of water into this pot. This will be for our wild rice, and for this one, this will be for our zucchini. So what I'm gonna do is put probably a cup full. Maybe, let's see, half. Okay, 1.5 cups. I just want to give it that steam factor going on. I don't want it to like do too much boiling or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do is place this on mid-heat, and I'm going to put the wild rice on medium-high so it can get the boiling. And now it's time to move on to the cutting of the cauliflower. Okay, and also, so I have this Fry Daddy. This is where I will be putting the cauliflower in after I bread it and everything. And this has been in the family for such a long time, and it's an excellent tool to actually fry my cauliflower in, and I've been using this for a very long time now, and it's in great shape. So this is what I'll be using for to fry my cauliflower in. And what's in there already is vegetable oil, and I put a little bit of avocado oil. I just like it because both is good for health wise and everything like that. So now I'm going to cut the cauliflower in half. And I'm going to use this half. It's much bigger because I know I'm going to eat a lot. Break off the green part. Then break these up into its individual stems. And of course you're gonna have like a bunch of different sizes going on. I think that's why I like this as well. So now what I'm going to do is place these inside of my strainer, the pieces that I want. Then I'm going to run this under some water, and after that I'm gonna get on to the breading part. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is pour some flour into this Tupperware. I had switched out the bowl because I forgot that I was going to do the shake method of this instead of just like the, picking it up and twirling it in the flour. I'm going to do the shake method. To me, is more effective. And I'm going to just season the flour just a little bit. And what I'm going to do right here is place these inside here. Now I know some people usually like to boil their cauliflower and everything like that, so it can get, I guess, a little soft and everything like that. To me, I like to still have that crunch, and even though it is going into the hot grease and everything, it's going to eventually harden. But I've done both ways, and this particular way I like better. because it's not soft in the inside. So I like to still have that good crunch in the inside as well as on the outside. And you don't fill it up too much because you still want enough room for it to, move around and everything. And shake it up like so until you feel like it is fully coated and breaded. Should look like that. Kind of look like little broccoli and whatever. Well, yeah, that's cauliflower. So now let's go ahead and get to the part where we drop it into the grease. But before that, what we're going to do is go ahead and put the zucchini and the wild rice inside of their proper pots so we can go ahead and get that process started, because the zucchini part is fairly quick and easy. So let's go ahead and move on to the other sides. So the water for the rice have came to a good boil point. And we're not going to place the seasoning in there too much. And also, I had already applied a little bit of avocado oil so it don't stick. The wild rice don't stick to each other and everything. And for the zucchini, I'm gonna give it a little the colors look very, very nice. And so what I'm going to do with this, while this is going, I'm just going to season it a little bit. A little sea salt. A little black pepper. I'm going to put some complete seasoning in this one. Basil. As you can already tell, I'm obsessed with herbs. And this is onion powder. Usually I have like onions, bell peppers, and everything that I need to cut and everything like that, but I don't want it to take away from what I'm doing here, as well as the cauliflower. Put the lid on that, let it boil or steam. This I'm not going to season too much yet, so I'm going to let that sit. Now let's go ahead and move on to the frying portion. So before I actually placed the cauliflower inside the grease, I went ahead and turned the oven on, and I placed the oven on 350 so that can get started, and you'll see why I turned the oven on. So now I'm going to place it in there. Alright. And now what I'm going to do is take the rest of the other cauliflower that we have out, and I'm going to place it in here doing the shake method again. And then once this is ready, I'm going to take that out and place the other cauliflower inside of there. Repeat the same cycle. Okay, so what we're going to start on now is the seasoning for the cauliflower when it comes out of the grease. And what I went ahead and did was put 1/4 cups of water inside of here. Next, I'm going to cut the lemon in half. And I already know that the Caribbean jerk seasoning, it has like a little orange zesty flavor onto it, but I like to add on lemon anyways. So I'm gonna get the seeds out. going to squeeze it. And of course, you know, if the seeds fall out in there, you can definitely scoop them out. Okay, and so now I'm going to scoop out some Peruvian jerk. I love spicy food, so I might put a little extra in there. That was 4. I think 5. Yeah, 4 should do. And you want it a little loose so it can actually get around to all the cauliflower that you have. And now I'm going to spray this clear pan down. Now this is what we will put the cauliflower in after it comes out the deep fryer. And this is so it can add on extra crispiness to it. You'll see. Alright, so the cauliflower is done. I'm going to dump them in here. Now I'm going to take our seasoning and just spread it evenly over all of them. And then I'm going to do this. Put the lid on and now put it in the oven. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'm gonna let it sit in there for about, I would say, 30 minutes so it can get back that crunch that it once had. And now we're gonna move on to the sides that we have and make sure they are basically flowing right. So the zucchinis are coming out perfect. So what I'm gonna do with the zucchinis, I'm gonna place the lid back on and I'm gonna turn the heat down to low. When it comes to the wild rice, it's also coming out quite nice. And so what I can do right now with the wild rice is open up the seasoning pack that came along with it. Put it in there. The only reason why I'm actually using the seasoning as well is because, you know, it is also herbs in there. Give that a good stir. And the fact that I know how this already tastes, I do not need to put any salt in there. I will put some pepper in there. Just a little bit of parsley. Give it another stir. Turn this down low and let it sit. And just wait for the cauliflower to be done. Alright, so I went ahead and took out the cauliflower, and now it's time for plating. I'm going to take the rice. Now, the cauliflower is not as crunchy as I like, but I know it is actually good. It's not my first time making it this way, and the different ways I've made it, they all turned out the same way, good. And there you have it, the ending result. So that concludes everything. I want to thank you so much for sitting here, watch me make this vegan meal. I totally appreciate every bit of support that I get from everyone. I truly appreciate it, and I thank you, and I do see everything. So thank you so much. Until next time, have a great day, be blessed, and stay safe.